Yeah.
Let's go. We ride in Jesus' name. Bring Jesus in and shame. Declare Jesus to the ends of the earth.
Well, good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So it's day number 7 of the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour. RECT, Get Wrecked for Recovery. A 48-state, 4-year ride for addiction recovery awareness. Each day we pedal for someone who's passed away from addiction, and the whole end goal is to build a rehab. And this is state number 41, California, on Route 66, the Mother Road, Main Street, USA. And it's all to raise awareness that addiction recovery options are available, that you don't have to die in your addiction. There's churches, Celebrate Recoveries, and rescue missions all over the nation, all over the world, that just want to help you, talk to you, and love you if you find yourself battling addiction. So yeah, here at the Desert Oasis, they let me charge my batteries over the night last night. RJ was incredible. Thank you so much, RJ. Got up, ate, just some normal junk, essentially. There's no restaurant here at the Desert Oasis, so I got like muffins and sweet tarts and zingers and pretzels, Coca-Cola. I mean, what else can you have whenever you're, there's not a restaurant and you've got 40 more miles to go through the desert before you can even eat. In looking at the map, I kind of try to balance back and forth between Bike Route Navigator and the Google Maps. And Google Maps has this section of Goff Road, which is Route 66, and I've never seen it before. But check this out. So it's got like brown lines. And so I don't know if that means that there's no pavement left and now it's dirt. I don't know if that means it's covered by sand. I don't really know. But with the rest of the, desert portion of Route 66 being closed, it doesn't say that the road's closed. But I don't have the kind of time or energy to walk through miles of sand, on these closed roads, on a road that could potentially have sand on it or dirt. I don't know. I've never seen that on Google before. If you've seen that before, or if you know what that is, then please let me know. But I've never seen a road go brown. That does not look good at all. So I'm going to take the interstate. I'm going to just finish out the day on the interstate for the first 2/3, which is going to be about 40 miles, maybe 35 miles, into Needles. When I get to Needles, I'm actually going to ride north and go up and catch the very southern corner of Nevada, state number 42. And I'll stay there tonight at the Big Bend of the Colorado park there. It's first come, first serve, so it's going to be a 22-mile ride up the river that I hope ends up being fruitful. The last thing I want to do, I would just stealth camp. There's no way I would not stealth camp Nevada somewhere if that campground is closed, because I'm not going to ride any farther. It's going to end up being 50-something miles by the end of the day. First little bit's uphill. Looks like the rest of it's downhill and flat. So as long as I can knock that out, I don't think that there will be too much issue with not having a bunch of protein for breakfast. I know I need it, but I feel like my muscles have recovered well. It's funny. Last night was one of the few nights, I woke up at 2 a.m. and had to have Pop-Tarts. It's strange when it happens, but every now and then if I've got a pizza left over, I will still be asleep, trying to sleep, and just scarf down a couple of pieces of pizza or Pop-Tarts or whatever, and just be right back asleep. It's an overwhelming, my body telling me, oh, I'm healing you as much as I can, but I need a little bit more food from you, so. Another cool thing, there's birds here. I have not seen any birds since Cajon Pass. Not one. I've looked. There's nothing. There's no birds out here. There's no water, so there's no birds. But there are birds at this oasis. When I walked out this morning at sunrise, because I had to be in there at 6 to get my batteries, there was a blue heron that was flying off from this little pond. I have no idea where he came from. But yeah, pretty neat. Anyway, not going to keep this too long. I'm excited about today. I get out of the Mojave and down to the Colorado River. That's only like 300 feet of elevation. So between there and Kingman the next day, I'll have a whole lot of climbing to do. But yeah, I'm going to get on the road. You'll see more of that right about now. All right, so I reached Mountain Springs Summit, 2,770 feet. I did not turn on the Garmin till here, so I'll insert the little thing here. It was 8.8 miles from Najas to where I'm at now, so I'll just add that mileage to the total. I don't think I can edit it on Garmin, I'm not sure. Either way, yep, definitely not the first time I've done that. I've recorded ferry rides and car rides, and it all works itself out. I know I missed, the first time I can really remember missing some mileage was Triangle Lake in Oregon after Slide Rock. And I was just devastated, like, oh no, now I've missed it. And at this point, you know what, I don't care. If there's one thing I've learned in 39 years, it's that, you know what, you make mistakes, you move on, and you do the best you can at not making them again, so. Now I'm going to ride down this hill to 300 feet of elevation. Let's go. Alright, so I just passed a cop back there. I was coming up on this sign. And you know, when you're giving all you got to something, stuff like this will make you laugh. Rawr enforced. I tell you what, that second climb, that was no joke. I'm surprised that there's not like a pass sign up here. But it's a super beautiful view up ahead down into the Colorado River Valley. It's just gorgeous. I can see needles down there. I'll zoom in when I stop up here past this 18-wheeler. But anyway, yeah, that one was rough. Got my heart rate up. Let's go. stopped here at the Subway. Had a 6-inch sub, some chips, and a drink, and kind of got everything figured out as to where I'm going to go. I feel like the wind is going up the valley, so I'm going to go up the valley to Nevada. And when I get up to Nevada, there is a campground called the Big Bend of the Colorado Natural Area, something like that. Anyway, I talked to the lady on the phone. She told me all about it, everything I needed to know. There's shade, there's a place to swim, there's showers, there's campsites. She told me how to check in. She told me everything I needed to do. So I can stay in Nevada tonight. Now, the only problem with that is it's 22 miles. And then it would be 22 miles right back here to Route 66 to go up through Oatman and over Sidegreaves Pass. I talked to Connor O'Reilly on the phone from the Coast to Coast tour in Illinois and then the Atlantic Coast tour in Massachusetts. And he said, I don't want to miss Sidegreaves Pass. He said he's not going to tell me what there is there, but that I don't want to miss it. That it was one of his favorite things when he was riding Route 66 across the U.S. the other direction. Only bad thing about that is it's super steep and it's hot down here. Really hot. Up there, you know, before I coasted down 20 miles without having to pedal one single time, it was pleasant. Down here it's thick, like it's thick heat. So, I don't know. The other thing is that Carol Lichten sent a package to the Kingman post office, and I told her I'd be there by Friday, and I will if I go up here and camp in Nevada and go straight to Kingman. But if I go this way, I may not. It would be Saturday morning, maybe even later than the post office would open Saturday. So I've got a lot of figuring to do to figure out what the next couple of days are going to entail. But I do know that today, I got 22 miles to go, and I'm going swimming. It's time to wash these clothes in the water. Yeah, let's go. Check this out. It goes deep, fast. Super deep. It goes super deep, super fast. I don't want to keep the GoPro underwater for too long because I don't have the dive case on it, and I'm really not concerned about dressing it all out just to swim, but Yeah. Anytime it seems like I come across one of these rivers in the desert, it's really special. I remember the Deschutes River in Oregon was one of those rivers. Anyway, I gotta cycle up to where I'm gonna camp at. Big fish just hit. And put the tent down, do all that kind of stuff. This area closes at 6, it's 3:30. It's really windy, so it's actually, I know this is gonna be wild, but the water's cold and the wind is cold, which is what I needed. But I honestly don't plan on spending too much time here. I think I'm just gonna go up, get started on the video, get everything situated, and check out, you know, am I gonna go back that way down to Needles and then up through Oatman? Or am I gonna go just straight over the mountains right here? What's gonna be the best way to get to Kingman by the end of the day tomorrow, guaranteed. So got a lot of work to do. I don't have time to play, but this is nice. Alright, so one of the things that I found out here when I was setting up my camp is that there are hundreds of these. And they look nasty. They're coming off of this tree here. Each one has like 2 little prongs, and so it's all the dead limbs. So I did a very basic tent setup, just put my sleeping bags in there. I haven't even blown my mat up yet. And then what I'm going to do is once the sun gets down below the mountain range over here, a couple more hours from now, then I will actually move the tent over somewhere over there on the pad and get it away from all these limbs and sticks. But yeah, that's it for today. Crazy day. Nevada, state number 42. I still have a lot of research to do to see which way I'm going to go tomorrow, if I'm going to go back into California and into Arizona, or if I'm just going to cross the bridge right here into Arizona. I will go back to mountain time in Arizona, so I'll go forward an hour. I don't even understand how it all works right now. I am so exhausted. I did 49 miles on the Garmin, plus the 8.8. 9 is like 58 miles again today. So just huge day after huge day after huge day. Day 7 in a row. But I can do it, you know. There's nothing to it. It's just committing to a goal and giving it everything I've got, and it takes work. Man, it's killing me though. I'm tired. But yeah, I got everything charging over here on the batteries. Got my little setup in the shade over there. I may go back down to the river tomorrow morning when it opens and just jump in before I start riding. Just get real cold and then go to breakfast. So I don't know. All I know is that getting to that crystal clear river after all of that desert is like a trophy in itself. It was so welcoming, so rewarding, like after all that fight. And that hill back there wasn't actually that big. It was big. It was probably 400 feet. I think it was just the traffic. There was a casino on the route. And so like all the traffic was just flying by and like honking, staying in the lane with me. It was rough. But as soon as I got into Nevada, there was like a very large bike lane. I hope that continues into Arizona. Anyway, I'm going to end the video here for the day. It's been another long one through the desert. I'm still burnt. Even more burnt than what I was, so. I am putting on sunscreen. Don't worry. It's just that hot. Anyway, yeah. That's enough of me talking. If you know anyone who's passed away from addiction in any form or fashion, please drop their name in the comments or find me through the Papa link. That Papa link has got all of the ways you can contact me. The Redeeming Eden social media, the ways to donate to Redeeming Eden, the International Gospel Outreach nonprofit link, the Redeeming Eden store, which is probably not going to be up for too much longer. All the things. And then, yeah, thank you so much, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew, every one of you that's liking every video, commenting on every video, sharing every video, and those of you that are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. So yeah, from here at the Big Bend, I still don't really know the name of it. I didn't look when I came in. I was so ready to get in the water. Big Bend Natural Area. Big Bend of the Colorado. So yeah, from here at the Big Bend of the Colorado in state number 42, Nevada. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. I'll see you later. Have a good night.